Much better news about a police department here in the heart of Florida.
The community and the department are teaming up in a new effort to root out drugs. WUFT's Dan Larkin has the story.
High Springs, Florida. A small, close-knit town where people have a strong sense of community. But like any town in America, drug-related crimes are a growing issue.
Drugs are there. We're hearing tips from people, getting complaints from people. I certainly want to act on that, and I want to act quickly. And the best way of doing that is to institute programs that we can overcome those problems.
Due to budget restraints, the city didn't have the funds to start a drug program or hire extra officers to help. So some High Springs citizens came together and donated time and money to hire a new specially trained officer to help them fight the growing drug problem.
The new officer here at the High Springs Police Department is only 2 years old. This is Officer Aggie.
So how did the idea to start up High Springs' first ever K-9 unit come about?
We got together with a local businessman, Mike Kearney, and we sat talking one day about the need for a drug dog in High Springs. And I said, you know what, we'll put out the training. If we can get someone to donate the location of the dog, purchase the dog, we'll select it and we'll train it for free.
Everything from Aggie's food, her special K-9 car, and even the first year of vet bills were donated and paid for by local businesses. Aggie's final cost to the city, $0. And what does Aggie mean to the police department?
Aggie means a lot. She's going to be another tool in our toolbox, so to speak, to combat the drug problem that every community has throughout America. And I think Aggie's going to be a wonderful asset.
Why would the people of High Springs do something like this?
This community helped raise my children. I raised my kids here. It's a wonderful community. It's a very close-knit community. I think it's a great opportunity to give something back.
And it's a community where both citizens and officers are proud to be a part of. Dan Larkin, WUFT News.
Aggie is a golden retriever and she is a passive alerter, which means when she smells drugs, she sits instead of barking or scratching. She is trained to detect marijuana, cocaine, heroin, and methamphetamine. Our jack-of-all-trades, Dan Larkin, is handling triple duty today. We heard a news story earlier, and he'll have sports coming up. But right now, he joins us with the latest Hollywood happenings.
Thanks, Leah. Angelina Jolie goes to Washington, and a celebrity stalker is sentenced. Those are the stories in today's Hollywood Minute.
Actress Angelina Jolie was in Washington Thursday to talk about World Refugee Day, which is Saturday. The actress, who is a goodwill ambassador for the United Nations, said the situation of refugees needs attention.
Numbers can illuminate, but they can also obscure. So I'm here today to say that refugees are not numbers. They're not even just refugees. They are mothers and daughters and fathers and sons. They are farmers, teachers, doctors, engineers. They're individuals, all.
Jolie and partner Brad Pitt just donated $1 million to the UN to provide aid to refugees uprooted by violence in Pakistan. Jolie has met with refugees in Pakistan 3 times since becoming a goodwill ambassador. The man convicted of stalking Tyra Banks was sentenced to a year's probation and a treatment program for stalkers. A Manhattan judge says Brady Green of Georgia must stay away from the talk show host and former supermodel for the next 2 years. If Green goes anywhere near Banks, he could face jail time. The 39-year-old was arrested near Banks' New York studio in 2008. He was convicted in April.
You're used to seeing Sandra Bullock on screen in some sort of romantic tangle with Keanu Reeves, but in her latest film, Ryan Reynolds is the co-star. NBC film critic Jeffrey Lyons tells us more about the proposal. Maybe they'll try something a little more challenging with their next roles, but most critics, well, they kind of like this romantic fluff. The proposal gets 3 stars with the Critics' Choice rating of 80 on a scale of 100. I'll be back in 90 seconds with today's sports headlines, including the special story of a Gator student-athlete who is giving her all to achieve a much more important title in life, becoming a cancer survivor. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Rain, rain, go away. That's what PGA fans were chanting yesterday as the U.S. Open and Bethpage Black in New York had a major rain delay. Defending champ Tiger Woods ran into trouble over the final 4 holes and shot a 4 over 74, completing his first round this morning. Wood stood at even par through 14 before a double bogey on 15 and bogeys on 16 and 18, leaving him 10 shots behind leader Mike Weir. Phil Mickelson is also trying to keep pace with Weir. Currently, he's shooting 1 under par, which is 5 back. The Rays were in Colorado yesterday to take on the Rockies in the rubber game of their interleague series. Rays were up 1-0 in the third when Clint Barmas comes up with a man on and jacks one deep to left. Rockies up 2-1. Just 2 pitches later, Todd Helton at the plate, and he goes deep, putting the Rockies up 3-1. The Rockies would be up 4-1 in the ninth when the Rays start their comeback. Ben Zorbis hits a 2-out single to left, scoring Carl Crawford and B.J. Upton. Rays down only by 1. But Gabe Gross drills a liner to Barmas, and the Rockies hold on to win a close one, 4-3. To the College World Series we go, where hot-hitting Cole Calhoun for Arizona State drills one to center with the bases loaded, and his grand slam ties the game at 4. The University of North Carolina, well, they just fell apart after that, giving up hit after hit, and UNC couldn't recover as Arizona State wins big 12-5, sending the Tar Heels and their stunned fans home for the season. Young athletes have a lot on their plate between their studies, home life, training, and competitions. Their health is also critical, and they expect a few strains and tears and a few breaks perhaps along the way. But like everyone else, they're not immune to sometimes having to face one of the biggest battles in life. WUFT's Brittany Krause brings us this look at how one UF student-athlete is overcoming cancer. It's great to see her out and running around in the lacrosse team. They start in 2010.
Well, that's really amazing, Dan.
Yeah, it really is.
Thanks for joining us. BBC World News is next.
And don't forget the PBS NewsHour comes on at 7.
Have a great weekend.